This year is ending, and if you want to improve yourself, live a more balanced and joyful life in 2024, then this video is for you. With reinventing yourself, I don't mean that you have to change your life at its core. I'm not going to talk about never-ending morning routines, and I'm not going to tell you how to lose weight or achieve your financial goals. I'm going to talk about implementing a few simple but crucial things that can help you to live a less anxious, happier and more balanced life in 2024 and beyond. So recently I've come across a post from Gary Vee that for me really hit the point of what life is about. 8 billion people need to redefine what success looks like. It's not to make $1 billion, it's to wake up in the morning and actually be in a good mood. There are 3 areas that influence our mood and our well-being. The first one is your working life. The author of the book, The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel, said the following.
Happiness is like the most complicated topic you can imagine, but one of the big puzzle pieces is independence. One of the things that makes people really happy in life is having control over what they're doing.
And I get it, not all of us have the full independence and control over the things we are doing. If you're employed and working for a company, you usually have to work at specific times. But even then, within your working context, how much control do you have over the things you are doing? How much autonomy and trust do you get from your employer? Or are you micromanaged? I recommend you to write these things down and think a little bit about your working context. These things are very important, and I would recommend you to review them between 3 and 6 months. Because we as humans, we really need to be valued and appreciated. If we are micromanaged, for example, we don't feel the trust, and we're usually not that happy in that situation. Another important thing is the values of the company you're working for. Are they aligned with yours? Because if not, that usually creates friction, which causes stress and puts you in a bad mental state. And the same counts if you're self-employed. Is what you're doing aligned with who you are and what you are standing for? And then of course, the people you are working with are very important. If you work with assholes, it doesn't matter what you're doing or how much you are earning. You probably won't enjoy your day and you won't enjoy your life. I would even go so far as to say that the people you're working with are even more important than what exactly you are doing. And that leads me to my next area, which is our relationships. We are living in a loneliness pandemic and most of us are glued to our phones instead of making time to meet people in real life. Our relationships contribute the most to our happiness, so don't forget to make time for your friends. For example, myself, I've never felt as lonely as during the last 2 to 3 years, and I think many of us are experiencing this feeling. As well because of the pandemic, but as well because I was working most of the time by myself. So this is something I want to change from next year on. I want to make more time for people, to meet people in real life and to go on more social events. I want to see my friends more, and this is something I think we really should do, and often we underestimate how much this contributes to our happiness. And when I'm talking about friends, I mean people who support you and appreciate you. You shouldn't have space for any type of people who are jealous, who are toxic, who are not celebrating the wins with you, people who have a negative attitude toward life. This is so important because it has such a huge impact on your well-being. So cut off all the negative people. Seriously, you don't need them, believe me. For example, one thing you could do to experience more connections in real life is to schedule dinners or any events with your friends in your calendar, or track how many times you've seen your friends on a weekly basis using an app. Or you could join more social clubs to interact with more people. There are many things you could do, but the most important thing is making an effort, and you're really going to notice a difference in your life the more you see your friends. There are many studies out there about how much being alone for a long period affects our health. Actually, the longest ongoing study is carried out by the University of Harvard. And there are remarkable results. For example, people that have healthy relationships and see their friends regularly have decreasing levels of cholesterol. I think that's just insane. And actually, if you want to know more about it, there's a TED Talk and another video on the channel Veritasium. So I'm going to link both videos in the description of my video. It is so damn important to have like-minded people around you. Do the people you surround yourself with have the same goals and aspirations? Do they have the same values, and are they in the same stage of life so that they can relate to your struggles and you can support each other on the way? Now, the last area that really affects your mood is your health. I guess this is the least surprising area, since everything else is built up on it. We all know that exercising and having a good diet has a great impact on our mood. But there's one thing that I think is really still undervalued in our today's society, and this is our sleep. Thanks to the hustle porn culture out there, many people recommend you to sacrifice sleep to have more time to work on your goals. Usually they say phrases like, you can sleep when you are dead, which is actually pure bullshit. First of all, if you sleep less, you are going to die earlier. This is a science-based fact. And apart from that, if you are sleep deprived, the problems you already have are usually 10 times worse. I guess you know these days when you didn't get enough sleep and you go through your day usually in a bad mood and you just want to end the day to hit your bed again. Usually you can't think clearly, your sugar levels are all over the place and you are more keen to eat bad food. That's why they say as well, your day starts already the night before. So knowing all this, we should ask ourselves one important question. How can we improve our sleep? Well, there are many things we can do. For example, we can decrease our screen time late in the evening, we can make our rooms darker, or we can get some sunlight early in the morning. But I think the simplest thing we can do is to be consistent with our sleeping times. We human beings, we are creatures of habit, and if we go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time in the morning, our bodies are going to adapt and it will be way easier for us to fall asleep. There are many more things you can do to have a good start in 2024, but I think if you focus on these three main areas and align yourself with what you are and who you are, you're going to wake up in a great mood in 2024 and beyond.